Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. Our salesman.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away.
It smells like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point and Click Podcast. My name is John the Wise, and I have with me our salesman.
Hey, John, do you have your passport?
Do you have your shots? Do you want to come? Dude, if you guys... Did we tell people about it last week? I think we did. But,
Oh, I don't remember it, John. I don't listen to this podcast. I don't even remember what
son
we
of a
talked about.
bitch. You guys need to fucking YouTube R. Kelly in Ethiopia and just watch how ridiculous the guy is. It's fucking amazing. But other than that, hope you guys had a wonderful week. We're back with some video game news. You know, not a lot happened. Psych. Many things happened. A lot of things happened.
You got him good, John. You got
I
'em
know.
good.
I'm one of those jokers. I started stream again on Friday. Was the first day since 4 months ago.
First and last stream
That's
for many months,
it.
probably.
No. Well, it was funny because it's actually the day on that day my son was 4 months. So I was like, all right, I might as well just do it right now because it was like I was planning on coming back, but didn't know how I was gonna do it. And as you can see, for our video watchers, I have my green screen going on now because no matter how much.
Professional quality.
Yeah, you see this fucking green line behind me? I can't get rid of it. I don't know what the fuck it is, dude. But I just need extra lighting is all it is. But anyway, yeah, I decided to stream again. I've been thinking about it for a while. And I'm just going to be playing whatever the fuck I want to play. And when people come in and say, oh, this game is boring, I'm going to tell them to suck my dick. Because I'm just here for one person, and that's me. I'm here for me to have fun. And if you don't like the show, then you can get the fuck out and go give your Twitch Prime sub to some other jamoke. Alright? That's it. I'm angry, sorry.
Calm down.
Ah, man, what's going on with you, bud? How you been?
Not shit. I got housework done this weekend, and then I'm playing D&D after.
Oh, shit! This is a group that's already been going on, right?
Yes, but we have we haven't convened in like almost 3 months.
That's always awkward, dude. That trip back.
It's been-
It's like you want to pick up where you left off, but you really can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's just the holidays got in the way, and then everyone was doing stuff.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Holidays, doing stuff, fucking.
And Clark was Clark. He's actually been on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
podcast. He's had a couple improv shows and stand up stuff that he's done on Sundays that he's had to get to. So
Very nice. We should get him back on. I miss him. I want to hear about it. I want to hear all about it. You're like, what? What?
What?
I miss everybody in chat. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, Jimbles? How you doing? Yeah, man, it's been a crazy week for video game news. All kinds of crazy shit going on, from sexual harassment to flash drives with porn on it and company secrets. Did you read that article yet?
No, I've heard some videos talk about it
Okay,
though.
all right. Well, that's funny. You know what? Like all of our news
I didn't read the whole article myself because
reading is
I'm a
reading
professional.
is for bitches anyway, dude. It's for nerds. But yeah, it's funny because we both like read the articles and then we watch the quartering.
Oh my
But
god.
then we're not fans of the quarter. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not a hater of the quartering.
I don't hate the
I
guy.
don't
I just
Yeah, go ahead.
and he okay, I don't hate him. It's not like a personal thing either. It's like he's got good information and stuff like that. It's just I feel like he gets a little, tinfoily hat, I guess is the best way to describe it, or enthusiastic about like the, social justice warrior
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, he got famous from some guy punching him, right? The whole punch a Nazi thing.
Yes. Yeah. Someone, it was a professor, like went to a convention and punched
I
him.
guess if we're talking about him, I should at least show his YouTube channel. So give me 1 second. Go ahead, keep talking.
So I mean, like it's nothing like I guess it is personal then. I was like, it's not personal, but I guess it kind of is because like he's got good information and content. There's just something um I don't know, personal that rubs me the wrong way about how some of this stuff, I guess it's just a personal thing. If that I'm having a really hard time explaining
I
this.
don't know why you're like having a stroke right
Me
now,
neither.
dude.
Right? It's like I don't dislike the guy at all.
Yeah, no.
It's like I but I have to like take a lot of his opinion pieces and everything with like a huge grain of salt.
Yeah, so like he has like legit information, and it seems like all the like big stories that we hear about, he hears about it too. And he does a lot of research for it and then puts time and makes a video, but there's always that clickbait thumbnail and always the like underlying of like a conspiracy theory of like some kind of SJW takeover of a corporation or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's a little heavy-handed on that stuff for me personally. I mean, there's some of it that I agree with, but I can't fault him on any clickbaity stuff because you have to play the YouTube game if you got a YouTube
Exactly.
channel. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
hating on that.
You have you have to
Yeah.
do it because otherwise you're not gonna grow your YouTube channel.
Especially if a Nazi punched you, it's like, hey, you might as well just totally lean into
Right.
it, dude. Or whatever.
Exactly.
SJW
Yeah,
punched him.
yeah. Like I don't dislike the guy or whatever.
Yeah. I think he does good work. And I think it is hard work what he does. He does like 2 videos a day almost. That's a lot of fucking
Yeah,
work.
it's 2 videos a day. It is. I mean, he's making it his full-time
Yeah.
job.
So good for him. Donnie in the background going buck wild. But yeah, other than that, we watch his videos, and then I watch other videos too, and then there's like people like Slasher and stuff, and that's where we usually get our news.
Slasher has good information. I also I'll watch stupid stuff on the other side as well. To get sort of. I always want to try to get some sort of like conflicting viewpoints.
Yeah, it's true. But
So I'll always go onto Twitter for the people that disagree with like the quartering and other people like that. Watch videos from the other side of things.
look at you, you responsible little journalist buddy.
I'm responsible. Oh, responsible. Not that I, agree with them, but I always want to make sure, nothing gets like I don't want to build my own opinion off like maybe left out information or missing perspective or something like
Yeah,
that.
totally. Dude, can I vent real quick?
Do it. It's your podcast,
I
John.
know,
John, what do you?
But you're co-owner of this podcast, all right? So I have to know if it's like
Vent it out, big boy. Vent it out.
dude, fucking okay, so there's this couple that we know, all right, and we're not really close with them, but they want to be close with us, and they pretend like we're
Mhm.
close with them, but we're just like not really.
Mhm.
And the fucked up thing is they're like my family's like pushing us to be close with them for some reason, all right? Like my side of the family. You learn as like marriages go on that you just nod your head and smile and like grit your teeth and go to like these events that you don't want to go to just so you can keep the peace with the family. Like you do, that's what we do, That's my marriage and everything. And so sometimes we'll hang out with this couple when we don't want to hang out with them. All right. So that's the setup with this couple.
I hope they don't watch this podcast.
No, man. See, that's how I know that they're bullshit. They don't even support anything that I do. They don't even they
how
don't know
dare they,
shit
John.
about me.
I am offended.
So we got like when we got married, they were not invited because they're not our friends. So we didn't invite them, nothing,
Right.
and that was it. I see the guy like a few months later, and he comes up to me, and he's like, "Listen, John, I'm so sorry I couldn't come to your wedding, man. You have no idea how sorry I am that I couldn't be there, man, for your special moment." And I'm thinking, is this guy fucking serious? Like, you weren't even invited, dude. Like, why are you apologizing? But of course, I'm just trying to like keep it moving, keep my life moving. So
Right, and you're not gonna like it's a you get those social interaction where you're just like, okay, let's just move on, get this over with. I'm not gonna be confrontational.
yeah. So my response wasn't, "Wait a minute, you weren't invited." My response was, "It's okay, man. It's all good." That's it. That's all, because I just want to keep going with
Right.
my life. All right. So he's like, "I'm so sorry, man," and he gave me a cigar for my son's birth later. He's like, "Here you go, man. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for his birth." And I'm like, "Dude,
What
why
the
would you be there, dude? Why would you be there? We're not friends, okay? We're not fucking friends. Like, I know you and I'm cool with you, but we're not friends, dude." Anyway, fast forward a few weeks ago, my dad hits me up and he's like, "Hey, they want you to MC his wedding." And I'm like,
What?
I'm not going to his wedding, first of all, and second of all, fuck no, I would never do something like.
Because you know that they want you to MC it for free.
Well, of course they want me to.
You're a friend,
Yeah, of
John.
course,
You're a
of
friend.
course.
You're a good friend.
So he was like, he that was the thing, and he didn't come up to me. He didn't say that. I'm like, maybe they're just like talking shit, whatever. Then fast forward. Then yesterday, I see him at at like a family gathering, and he's like locks eyes with me, and he goes, "Hey, John, I'm gonna need a favor from you, man." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" So I have to pretend like I don't know what he's talking about, even though I know exactly what he's gonna say. I'm like, "Oh, what's up, bro? What's going on?" And he was like, "Man, I'm gonna need someone to like MC my wedding. My best friend Mike, he's a flake, dude. So I'm hoping that you can do it." And I'm like, "Oh man."
I don't know. I got this kid.
So this is what I said.
And a
So I
wife.
was like, man, I'm not reliable right now. I got 2 jobs and a kid and this and that. And he's looking at me all confused because in his mind, he's like, "What do you mean? You're going to be at my wedding? You're already there. Just put a microphone in your hand."
That's how his mentality there is. You're already
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. So in his mind, I'm already at the wedding. So he's like, "I don't understand." But in my mind, it's like, I'm not going to your wedding, dude. I'm just waiting for the perfect time.
I never planned
Dude,
on it.
I'm waiting for the perfect time to tell you, like, "Oh man, we're all sick," like something,
We have the bubonic
Yeah,
plague.
yeah. So the excuse is already brewing. But anyway, he's like giving me a weird ass look, and so is his wife, and he's saying it in front of everybody too. By the way, it's that thing where I'm walking to the bathroom, and he's like, "Yo, John, I need a favor." So like everybody's like spotlight on me. What am I gonna say?
Right.
So I was like, "Oh man, I won't be able to make your rehearsals or anything like that, and I'm gonna fuck it up because I won't have any time to like be serious. So tell your buddy Mike to like not flake." And he's like, "Dude, there's no rehearsals. Don't worry, just come and just talk. It's all good." And I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god." I'm starting to panic. Okay. And
Right. John's sweating.
and then I'm like, "Why don't you just have your DJ do it?" And then this is what they said, and I got really upset that people like this exist. The soon-to-be wife is like, "Well, our DJ, she said that she doesn't talk on the mic, and she likes to just focus on the music, and she doesn't talk on a microphone." And I was like, "Hold on.
Hold on.
She's a fucking wedding DJ, and she's saying that she doesn't want to get on the mic and she wants to focus on the music. She's not fucking Prince, okay? This isn't
She's playing a playlist.
You're not fucking Michael Jackson World Tour, dude. You're just playing a fucking wedding. Say the names. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't feel comfortable with it, okay? That's what they said. And then he's like, "I'm already paying her $500, so I don't want to, pay someone else."
Well, then she should be MC.
And I was like,
if you're paying
And
her.
I just straight up said, like, "Dude,
Get
get
a
a different
different
DJ, man." Yeah, worst DJ. That's right, Doug.
Oh my
Holy
god.
fuck, worst DJ. Like, I was like, dude, just get another DJ. And he's like, no, man, I can't get another DJ. Like,
What do you mean you can't get
he's like,
another
that's
DJ?
it. And I was like, all right. And then we just left it at that. But
You're just like, all right, and you know he's expecting you to be there.
I have to be there. Like, I didn't get out of it. I didn't get out of it.
Are they friends of the family? Like
Dude,
you
he's
can't get
closer
away
to my
from that.
dad than he is to me, dude. Like, I don't even know the guy. Like, I don't know anything about the guy.
So it's like you basically have to do it, and you have to be nice to him as a favor constantly for your
And
father.
I'm telling you right now, I don't like him at all, dude. I don't like him at all. I'm not even neutral with him. I don't like him. Like,
That blows, because it's like if he was just, like you get in those, friendships or your acquaintances with another couple or whatever, but you don't really get along. Like they really like you, or they think everything is good and gets along, but you got that like, I don't really like being around them, right? Well, if they were just some, random couple like that, you could just suck it up, sit down with them and have a conversation, be like, look, I think that we should go our separate ways. We should stop this friendship now. We're not feeling it. It's not you, it's us. And just never speak to them again after
dude, I've
that.
never hung out with
But
him.
you can't
I've
do
never
that.
even hung out with him, like
do
with
that.
wife. Like, we've never double dated. We've never like hung out together. Nothing like that, dude. And if I'm hoping he's watching my stream so he can tell his buddy Mike to not fucking flake, all right? But
Yeah, Mike, get your
there's
shit
a reason why
together.
Mike is flaking, because he knows.
His best friend Mike, who by the way is flaking on this guy's wedding. His best friend though, by the way.
Best friend. What a friend, dude.
Best friend. It sounds like he's got a problem holding down friends.
You can't get your DJ to do it. You can't get Mike to do it. So you're like, hey, you that I've never hung out with before, come and MC my wedding. Okay? Which, first of all, let me tell you guys something. I would crush that gig, dude. I would be so good at it. I would be so fucking good. He knows what he's doing, because I am really good at that. But that's not the fact here. The fact is, fuck no. I'm planning to like flake on your wedding, all right? So I'm not going to MC it. So I don't know what to do right now. And you know what I hate about this guy? So like, I grew up in my hometown, lived there all my life, and I could not wait to get the fuck out of there. So when I met wife, I moved in with her wherever she was, which was outside my hometown, and we still live outside my hometown, and I love it, dude. I don't care. I'll make the commute. It's a 30-minute drive, 25-minute drive. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. This guy turns to me and he goes, you know what he says? He goes, hey, John, I think it's time that you came back. It's time.
What? What does that mean?
He's telling me, like, hey, man, look, it's time, John. It's time that you came back. That's what he said to me, like that. And I was like, what? Who are you, dude? Even my dad wouldn't say that to me, dude. Like, and this guy that I've never hung out with before, okay?
It's time for you to
like-
come back. What does that even mean? Like, back to your family? What the fuck?
I don't know, man, but this is how much I hate the guy, dude. This is how I hate him, dude. He came to me and apologized that he wasn't at my son's birth when, like, that's like, okay, you know what that's like? That's like when you go to Quiznos and you order your sandwich, and after you pay, before you walk out, the guy sitting down by the door goes, hey, David. And you're like, what the fuck? How do you know my name? And he goes, listen, I'm so sorry I wasn't there when you and your wife eloped at court. I'm so sorry, dude. I don't know what to do with myself. I've been thinking about it, and I just want to apologize. And you're like, dude, who are you? Leave me alone.
Half my family wasn't there.
Yeah, like there's like
What the
1,000 people that I would have invited before I invited you. Like, if someone told me unlimited guest list, I probably still would have never invited you. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have even
Right.
thought about you, dude. Like, I wouldn't have even been like, hey, I gotta invite that guy. So thank you for letting me vent, guys. But I don't know what to do.
I don't, dude. One, you have two options. You either have to suck it up and do it because he's a friend of your dad's, or your really only other option is to go up to him and be like, dude, look, we ain't friends. I don't know you.
See, that's just gonna cause so much turmoil. Then I'm the asshole, like always. I'm always the asshole because I'm the real one, and I'm like, hey, man.
Sometimes you gotta be the asshole in life.
But
though,
I'm always
you
the
know?
asshole of the family because of that shit. Because I'm like, hey, man, I don't know you. I'm sorry, and now I'm an asshole because I say when I say it that way, like, hey, like honestly, like I don't really know you, so I'm sorry. I'm not gonna come to your wedding. Oh my god, man.
Right.
But yeah, and Prince is saying, let him be. Donnie's gonna be sick. And Mr. Spaghetti, I'm really sorry to get to watch you and your wife make your child. Straight up, dude.
That would be. I mean, it's just so weird too that someone like that, like he's got to be some form of delusional. Because if I was having a kid, even my best friend wouldn't be at my kid's birth.
No.
Who the fuck does that? What what I'm saying? It's like, first of all, child labor comes out of like nowhere and can last fucking hours. Who the fuck shows up for their friends? This isn't the fucking movies. People don't do that in real life.
I know, man. I can't. Sorry we weren't holding your hand through intercourse. It must have been so hard for you. It was hard for me, boy. But yeah, I don't know, man. He has this like. He has these like this delusion of grandeur where he thinks he's like this like amazing Scarface Godfather type guy, and everyone around him is like friends with him. You know what I mean? Or like wants to be his friend, or like is bummed out when he's not there for their important events because they're like, oh, well, my dad's here, my mom's here, but where is he, man? Where is he? That's what I was like. My whole wedding, I was like, I'm having a good time. This is the best time of my life. Birth of my son. This is amazing. But where is he? He told me he'd be here. But my whole family's here, and your whole family's here. Shut up, wife. It's not the same. So yeah, he is a dingus. He's a fucking straight dingus.
Why? Why does your dad know him? Like,
because they are This is even weirder.
Because I need to know this, because I'm assuming he's somewhere near your age.
Yeah, we're the same age, dude. Like we went to high school together, and we never hung out in high school either. Okay, like he wasn't my friend ever. He still isn't my friend, dude. Okay, but listen, it just doesn't make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense. My dad I'm
enjoying this podcast.
My dad and his girlfriend are friends with his mom, who's single, and they always like invite her for third wheel shit. Like she's always there, and like she's a nice lady and everything, but it's kind of weird that like some lonely lady's always there with them. But whatever, that's their choice. But you can do that, okay, but don't make me like friends with her son. Like don't force me to be friends with her son.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense.
Your dad is friends with his mother.
They RSVP'd us to the wedding, like without telling us anything.
Oh no, John! Your dad. You gotta sit down and have a talk with
Oh
your
my
dad,
god,
maybe.
dude! Oh,
be like, look, this guy. I don't know him. I don't like him. I want him out of my life.
it's just I don't know what to do, man. I don't know. So I already know exactly what's gonna happen. No, never do that. I know, Prince. I know. Trust me. So I think I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna MC this guy's wedding.
Yeah, you have to.
I'll try to record it. If you guys want me to say, you know what, we're gonna make. If I have to MC this guy's wedding, we're gonna have to have fun with it somehow. So if there's anything you guys want me to say on the mic, let me know. I'll record it, and at least we can get something positive out of this. All right, I'll come back. I'll say coming in with his big dick. Jeff, whatever,
You gotta slide in, some memes or something in there.
Yeah, I can do some memes.
Have your wife record it.
I'll say Kappa and Lull and whatever you guys want me. Just put it in the podcast discussion in March. So
in March, we got time,
motherfucker, dude.
We got time to brainstorm.
When I'm like, dude, I can't make the rehearsals. He's like, what rehearsals, bro? Just show up. It's all good. I'm like, god damn it.
Just show up and start talking.
I don't care who you are. If you RSVP me to an event without asking me, I'm cutting you from my life. I know, man. But I have a 4-month-old son, and he needs to know his grandpa. That's just how it goes. So yeah, I don't know what to do. If you guys have any suggestions on how I can just backhand this guy and get him out of my life and not be a part of that wedding, let me know. Because I'm done, dude. I'm done. Hopefully we can't find a babysitter. Because how are we gonna find a babysitter? Everybody that we know is gonna be there, so yeah, that's it. That's it. But yeah, anything interesting in your life, Sar? Nothing
No.
close to
After
that.
that, no.
And hire some random Armenians to ice him, dude. He'll probably know them. He's Armenian too.
Oof.
It's time, John. It's time you came back. What?
Time you came back, John.
What do you mean, dude?
Time you came back to the farm.
What what's my fucking okay, if you can't even spell my last name, that's what I'll tell him. If you can spell my last name, I'll be your MC, and he'll just sit there sweating. Like tell me
What kind of
tell me 3 things about me that you know that like are my interests. He can't even name one. Oh, I heard you like to DJ. Dude, that was like 20 years ago, okay? God damn it, dude. Alright, anyway, let's get some fucking video game news going. Thank you guys for letting me vent there. I have a crisis. So, how about we just check out some video game news, huh? How about that, guys? Yo, Ray and I will drop him in the ocean for Papa Murphy's Take a Break. I'm being selfish. John the Wise, Czar Salesman. What do you think of tattoo? Oh, I saw your tattoo, Stas. It's nice.
Stas looks sick. I can't wait to see the color.
Arthas, that tattoo's nice. That must have hurt though on the ribs.
Yeah, even like I mean, it was over the sternum. So
Yeah.
let's go.
I gotta say though, you got a nice nipple, dude. I like it. I'm in love with the nipple. All right, let's move on. News.
On to the news.
All right.
I forgot this podcast was not ranting about John's
I
life.
know, man, but here we go. Let's do this. So, first piece of news is very sad. This Ian Gallagher guy tagged Jeremy Soule. If you guys don't know who Jeremy Soule is, he does all the music for Elder Scrolls. He did the music for Guild Wars. Anytime you heard a song and you were like, wow, this song is good, and you IMDb'd it, you probably saw Jeremy Soule's face. And so apparently, yeah, John the Motivated, that's right. He hasn't said anything about it, but finally he's like, Bethesda has not asked him to come back to do Elder Scrolls 6 yet. As far as we know, it's in production and deep in production, so if they haven't asked him to come back yet, that means they're probably not going to have him come back yet.
Right. Which I mean, it does suck, but I mean, there's also there's other composers out there too that are good.
Yeah, there is, but he's the iconic Skyrim.
He made those Skyrim had some great music, some great scores.
yeah.
So that does suck that he wouldn't be part of more of
Yeah.
it. He did throw a shout out to like the guy that does the composing for what was it, their mobile game?
Blades.
Blades. He said so it's like I guess in his mind it's likely that they're using him.
Which, by the way, biggest pet peeve is when people have their like Bejeweled on full volume in a public place. Like, what are you like? Juicy, yes. And you're like, dude,
Bling,
what
bling,
are you doing?
bling,
Are
bling.
you fucking? Are you retarded? Like, what are you doing, dude? Turn that shit down. I don't have to hear your fucking.
You know who plays the kind of people that play Bejeweled on full volume in public?
Old people.
At people that ask people they don't know to MC their weddings.
Yeah, 100% he does that, dude. 100%. All right. And throughout the podcast, we're gonna think of annoying things, and 100% that guy does it. And you know what? If you say something to him, you're the asshole. Like, whoa, dude, why are you getting aggressive on me, dude? I'm just minding my own business. Oh, really? You're minding. You probably like put your phone on speaker and have conversations with the bank.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, at the bank or standing at line at like a fast food restaurant.
Yeah,
or
you're
something.
working on your cable bill in the bank line while everybody's quiet. It's dead silence, and you're like, yeah.
You're on fucking speakerphone.
Fucking. And then you're the asshole that like hides his pin like with his other hand when he's putting it on the ATM. Like, dude, I'm not looking, okay? I don't give a fuck about your account. Dude, take your phone off speaker. I'm upset today. I'm upset. I'm upset.
It's like, yeah.
So Jeremy Soule is not going to be doing Elder Scrolls 6 so far. As far as we know, they haven't asked him to come back, which is kind of a bummer. But Mr. Spaghetti says, honestly, I don't care what kind of music plays during Elder Scrolls. I listen to Pornhub as background music. I mean, that's standard. But
as is the way.
That is the way. So yeah, that's it. It makes me sad because I think I grew up with his music in video games, so
Right.
we'll see how it goes. Next piece of news.
It'll be interesting. I mean, we know that Elder Scrolls 6 is in production, but I don't know what the timeline is for bringing in people doing scores and stuff is.
Yeah,
So
I don't either. I don't know.
just because he's not involved now doesn't mean that, because I would feel that the music would come closer towards the end,
Yeah, it might be like the last thing that they do. That's true.
but I could be completely
Yeah.
wrong.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they do ask him to come back or something. Yeah, I think he did mention who's going to be on it. Oh yeah, here it is. He said thank you, but you'll find Inon Zur is scoring blades. I'm confident in the work that he will do. Brad Derrick is TES Online, Elder Scrolls Online. Either of these composers could score Elder Scrolls 6. It may be time for a new creativity. He's such a classy guy, dude. He's shouting out all the other composers, saying, hey, maybe it's their time, and this and that. Very smart, dude. Very smart guy.
Very smart.
Very smart. Okay, next piece of news. Czar's audio and video are out of sync. Really?
Hello.
On my screen, it looks good.
Well, then screw Prince. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it has to do with. I think it has to do with the Discord to OBS, and then there's a delay. We might have to try to find another way to do it. Maybe
Technical stream. We'll figure it out for next podcast.
Yeah, next podcast we'll try to figure it out, guys. Maybe we'll start doing Skype instead. But sorry, try to bear with it. Put on a mask. Alright, just ban Czar. Next piece of news. Activision Blizzard under investigation for fraud following Bungie split. So...
Oof, I didn't hear this.
I did it the wrong order, I guess. But what the fuck? What happened to... Oh, wait a minute. Oops.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Okay.
John.
That's
Those
fine.
tabs.
That's fine. We'll go back to it. So anyway, Activision Blizzard decided to cut off the infested foot that was Bungie after Destiny 2 did horribly. And they said, you know what, Bungie? You guys can go ahead and take a walk outside and take Destiny with you. And apparently there was cheers in the Bungie office when they found out about it.
Nice. I would imagine I would be glad to get out of any publisher like Activision or EA.
Yeah, so they're back to just being on their own. First it was Microsoft breathing down their neck for Halo, and then now it was Activision breathing down their neck for Destiny. I honestly don't think that Activision's the reason why Destiny 2 sucked. I don't think so. I don't think it had anything to do with it. I think it's just a bad game. They made a poor game, a bad product. But I thought it was the other way around. I thought Bungie dropped Activision. What? How can they drop Activision? Activision owns Bungie.
I don't know how their relationship was set up. I don't think they owned Bungie.
No, they didn't. Activision owned... Well, I know that Activision owned the IP and they gave it to them for Destiny. Bungie bought themselves out of the contract. Let me see if there's news in this article, because given that okay. Let's see. Publisher Activision Blizzard is under fraud, blah blah blah. The press release does not mention any connection. Well, we have another article. I guess we'll clear it up after that. But why they're under investigation for fraud, I can tell you guys exactly why. So the shareholders, after they found out that Activision released Bungie or separated from Bungie and then gave them the IP for Destiny, got the shareholders thinking like that was a irresponsible thing to do, like business wise. They don't know anything about video games. They didn't, they just like, why would you do something like that? So they automatically thought that they did it because of insider trading. So what you do is, your stock's going to go down, so you sell at a high price, then you split from Bungie, and now you made up for that loss that was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that could be it. That could be exactly what happened. Here we go. This is Stas. It was a partnership. VentureBeat.com. Bungie Activision divorce analysis.
Yeah.
Royalties, underperformance, and Destiny 3. So Activision will no longer publish the series, including the ongoing Destiny 2. They were no longer working together on... Bungie is now going it alone. So I guess maybe it was just Mutual.
Yeah, I think they just I think that Bungie just bought out the IP.
Okay.
Like, and then split because it's a like you always have developers and publishers, but I don't think that like Activision never bought Bungie. Activision as the publisher probably just owned Destiny's IP, and I think Bungie bought it out
Okay, I get it.
so that they could continue to
I
develop
guess they
it.
were co-owners of it and partners in it, and then Bungie's like, "Hey, we want the whole thing, so whatever it is that it costs, we'll get the rest of it."
I don't know who is going to be publishing Bungie's games because I don't remember who published them before Activision.
It was Microsoft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
duh, you're right.
It was
They went straight to Activision after
yeah,
Microsoft.
it was Microsoft and then Activision, and then now they're on their own, so they might try to do it on their own because, like Moggers is saying, Bungie's moving to the Epic
You
Games
shut up,
Store.
Moggers. You shut up.
I mean, they can go to Epic, they can publish themselves, they can go to Valve, they can do whatever they want. There's a lot of
Honestly,
options.
they probably will end up going.
I
to
think they'll
Epic.
go to Epic because we do have some news later on that'll cover that. But basically, this whole thing, they're under investigation for fraud, but it doesn't mean that they actually did commit insider trading or any fraud like that. Insider trading is like this weird thing where it's like if you know your company is going to do horribly and then you sell your stocks to make sure that you don't lose a lot of money, that's apparently illegal. So that
Yeah, if using that sort of personal inside information to act on like stock exchange before things are public or something.
So there was a few people that did sell their stocks before the split, but you can't always pin it on that. The stock price was already going down because of Diablo Immortal and just because of the nature of the business right now, everybody's stock prices were going down. So they probably just sold their shares because they wanted to sell their shares and nothing else. But but the shareholders were not happy that they decided to just give away an IP like that.
Right, and suddenly, like there was no previous declaration of intents or anything like that. It was just like all of a sudden this news broke.
And the rumor is that people in Activision Blizzard knew it was going to happen,
but they didn't declare
didn't declare it, and then they did some shit with their stocks, so they're under investigation. But like we said, it's just investigation. There's a few questions, a few little looks here and there.
Yeah, because they would have had to in the SEC report, like when they had to file their last SEC report for what's his name leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
The CFO, like wouldn't they have had to like put something like this in there as well?
Yeah, exactly. And just like this last sentence, it says it's a very broad claim that could possibly have huge ramifications for Activision if true, but could just as easily be swept away after some general questioning. So this is just shareholders are like, hey, what the fuck are you doing with our money?
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that, everything is on the up and up. So that's it. But it is sensational. This is pretty crazy that they would just split and then give them all rights to Destiny. Because Destiny, even though it did terribly, Destiny 2, and even though they gave it away for free, people still are not playing it. I get that, but it's still a popular franchise, and I feel like the third Destiny will still do fairly well. Not as well as it could have before, but I think it'll still do fairly well, especially if it's like a decent game. But we'll see how it goes. All right, looking to the future. Next piece of news. Racism in Atlas is becoming a problem as Western and Chinese players clash over territory. Let's check this fucking article out.
Classic.
The whole classic China #1. So we've seen this in PUBG, and then when we asked them to region lock China, they told us that we were xenophobic assholes.
Get these dang Chinese out of here.
Well, we wanted to region lock them because 90% of the hackers came out of China. It was like that was the statistic that we saw, and they were super racist towards anybody that wasn't Chinese either.
Yeah, but John, the racism only matters if you're white.
That's true.
If the Chinese are racist towards white people, that's deserved.
Well,
and it's not really racism. It's just justified hatred.
Yeah. Mr. Spaghetti says it's really bad on Atlas. So, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, the thing about it is right now there's this rhetoric going on. We've been talking about it before, but for some reason China is brainwashing their people to hate the Western world, and our Western world is brainwashing us to be afraid of China, which I think some of it has some merit, but some of it does smell of propaganda. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, governments use propaganda all the
Yeah.
time. The United States is not excluded
Yeah.
from that.
And China is so isolated from the rest of the world as far as its own ecosystem with its own internet, its own apps, its own everything. They have their own Amazon, like everything's different from ours. So it's easy for us to feel like we have nothing to do with them and that they're the others. You know what I mean? And we're
Yeah.
seeing it happen in video games, you know. It's just the thing is like publishers cannot ignore that market because it's so lucrative. But at the same time, it's causing this weird effect where we're clashing with each other, and like it's this culture shock on both ways, you know.
Yeah.
So it happens, and the other thing is it's the internet. You're anonymous. If you're racist and you say some fucked up shit, nothing's gonna happen to you, you know. So that's it. But
I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I don't even know really how to tackle something like that with Atlas. I guess you just have to region lock
Yeah.
servers. Because I mean, I guess you really only have to region lock the servers if it's proven that the hacking is such a big issue from the Chinese market,
yeah,
which it previously has been in games, and people are saying that about Atlas as well.
yeah. So it was happening on Arc already, and when Atlas came out, it just accentuated it
Got
way
worse.
more. And they're going to the North American and European servers, so they're coming to the NA and EU servers and doing all this. And apparently,
But I don't think there is not what's the correct term, Asiatic server.
Asianic, I think it is Oceanic.
Oceanic.
Atlas has two
Jesus.
PvP servers, one for America and one for Europe, are meant to encourage war between player-run guilds called companies. Beyond the safety of the beginner servers, anyone can kill you without consequence. But shortly after Atlas's release, many began complaining about the presence of Chinese players who appeared to be highly coordinated and highly aggressive. And here's a
then get highly coordinated
Redditor.
Western.
I know, right? We got to band together and kill the Chinese threat. Literally everyone,
Damn right.
literally everyone is getting shit on by them. Wrote Redditor Manic Sanic Panic, whatever his name is. They don't care what level you are. They will find you, kill your raft. It's not even about skill or anything. All they have is numbers, completely obliterating everything they see. Jesus Christ, that's scary. Yeah, but I mean, fuck. Honestly,
Get good, scrubs.
I mean, maybe it's cool, maybe it's bad. I don't know. I don't play Atlas or Arc reskinned as a pirate game. So I don't know exactly what the situation is. I don't know if it ruins the quality of life or actually makes it more fun because now you have to work with people and like band together,
Right.
you know. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. Who knows? But this whole like thing with Chinese players and Western players is a phenomenon I think that started with PUBG, but is not gonna.
Oh, it goes farther back than that.
I think it was.
Chinese players have been hacking in Western servers for a long time.
No, I agree. I think it's been happening for a long time, but I don't think it was front and center for a long time till like maybe PUBG, maybe even Arc. You know, like I think it just started like getting bigger now because they were usually region locked. You know, China's usually region locked in other games. They have their own region and they can't play in our region. A lot of games do that.
But you can get around that with VPNs. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but see, that's like, you know, that's an extra step that they have to take. You know, with the other games like PUBG and stuff, it's easy. You just click a button, you're in the Asia server or in the NA server. You know,
Right.
For other people that they would have to go out of their way and like get a VPN and go around things, and like that's just extra shit that they would have to do. So that means they're way more dedicated if they did do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, the hacking is a big deal too because apparently they have these like internet cafes where the computers have scripts and hacks just like in them, and like you can just go pay your money and hack in NA servers, then go and get your fucking wontons after or whatever the fuck. So yeah, Atlas is basically dollar store Sea of Thieves. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they really what they need to do is just because you have stuff like hot sort of stuff that's not region locked. You can swap servers, EU, Asia, stuff like that, and it's not a problem.
Yeah, but
Right?
they do have ping limits.
Because there's not a hacker problem. Because there's not a
Yeah,
hacking
that's
problem.
true. That's true.
So you fix your hacking problem. You fix people getting upset about Chinese people in your game.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, it's just like their culture is different than ours, and we clash with them, and they hate Americans just as much as anybody hates them. Like, and actually, I've heard stories of people playing with Chinese players, and it was like totally fun, and they were normal. And I played with some Chinese guys, and they use a translator to like talk to me like through the mic, so it was actually pretty cool. That was fun. But yeah, it's just interesting. There's two things.
Yeah, but why talk about the cultural implications or the need to be more forceful and crack down on the hacking issue when you can just blame it on the West being racist, John?
Exactly. Xenophobic and racist, that's what we are. Those are the two things. All right, let's move on. That's enough. We already know what it is. GameStop's sale to another company could be announced by mid-February, report says. It's about damn time.
Yeah, but who would buy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck would buy GameStop? It's like a sinking ship. The only reason you would buy it is just to liquidate all their like games.
I guess if you buy it cheaper, but then why wouldn't the person that owned it just liquidate it? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they can get it. I don't know exactly how it works. Stas says Amazon. Oh, Amazon would maybe be like, hey, we'll just buy you all out and buy all your stuff. That's true.
Yeah.
Put your shit in warehouses.
And that's one less person selling stuff on the street.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon does do shit like that all the time. But yeah, man. I mean, GameStop. We all knew like the writing was on the wall. It's like Blockbuster. It's totally outdated. Standing in line to go buy a game is the thing of the fucking past, dude.
Physical copies of games are a thing of the past.
And then like going to GameStop, any of their services suck too. Like they never have a good sale. You always pay full price on everything. And anytime you want to like sell them your games, they buy it for like $2 when you spend like $60.
That's trash. Dude.
So there's no reason to go to GameStop at all. Like their model just doesn't work anymore. You can literally, I've gone to Steam and there was a sale going on, and I've gone to GameStop and the same game was full price, and it's like, dude, you can't compete with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think we all saw this, especially with that transgender lady going buck wild. She's like,
yeah, I'm just surprised to find out that GameStop's still in business.
I know. Honest. At least two companies might want to buy GameStop. All right, let's see who the two companies are. Private equity companies. So, okay, these are companies that just literally liquidated, I think. Sycamore Partners and Apollo Global Management. Both companies declined to comment. Sycamore, which raised a further $4.75 billion in capital last July, specializes in consumer and retail investment. Okay, so they buy companies and make them better?
Dude, fuck.
I don't know. And then Apollo is a firm that prides itself on making investments in companies that have fallen out of favor.
Okay. Well, yeah, but what are they going to do with GameStop?
Yeah, I mean, this is weird. I don't know. See, I don't know enough about business to know, like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. The only time I've ever gone to GameStop is for free codes for Pokemon when I was a teen. It's ma'am. Yeah. I remember that shit. I remember buying something and then the CD key was taken and I had to return it.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. I told them, hey man, somebody used the CD key, and they're like, do you have your receipt? And I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious? So I had to go home and find the receipt in the trash. And then they let me return it. And I was like, all right, never going back to there again.
I'm surprised they let you
Yeah,
return it. To be
they had
honest.
to, man. I was like, dude, somebody came into your store.
Prove that you didn't. Prove that you didn't use the CD.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, someone opened your fucking box and took the CD key, and I just bought a dud, dude. I bought a box for $60. So yeah. Anyway, that was a whole thing. All right, next piece of news. Rest in peace, GameStop. You will not be missed. Scientists have created programmable shape-shifting liquid metal. So yeah.
All right, wrap it up, boys. We're done here.
T1000 coming at you. Prince dropped this in the Discord.
I don't even know what to say about this.
They with electrical charges to manipulate liquid metal into 2D shapes such as letters and a heart. So the team says the findings represent an extremely promising new class of material that can be programmed to seamlessly change shape.
That's scary.
So imagine you're a doctor and you literally have just a goop of metal in your hand and you're like, all right, I need a scalpel, and it turns into a scalpel. And you're like, okay, I need it to be tongs, and it turns into tongs. And it's a real multi-tool. That's what this thing can do. That's like some of the shit that it can do. It even mentions Terminator 2 here. While the invention might bring to mind the film Terminator 2, in which the villain morphs out of a pool of liquid, the creation of 3D shapes is still some way off. More immediate applications could include reprogrammable circuit boards and conductive ink. Conductive ink is a cool thing.
Man, this is
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
this is interesting to say the least. I mean, stuff like this is what the future is going to be a crazy time. Like that, I think that we're get to see some of the craziness before we die when we get old, but this stuff is going to go so far over my head later on in life.
Yeah, as you can,
It's going to be fucking magic.
we're
Like,
watching a video and
Yes.
they're literally clicking, like on one screen is the metal, on the other screen is a bunch of boxes, and they're clicking on the boxes and the metal is going to that portion, so they can literally write an S with it and letters and stuff. So yeah, it's the beginning.
It's just the beginning,
It
John.
is weird though.
It's just the beginning.
Our motion control interface and algorithms enable users to easily draw complex shapes such as this heart shape with liquid metal. Yeah, T1000's coming for that ass, dude. He's going to turn into your mom
Yeah.
and say, hey, when are you going to come home on the cell phone? But your mom is dead. Your mom's already dead. That was the T1000 talking to you, dude. So, yeah. Bet it's just Mercury. Imagine they start making printed circuit cards out of this kind of stuff. That's true. They can make circuit boards
Right?
and stuff.
That can actually like change and manipulate how they work.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We have a lot of news. Let's just fly. Mike Morhaime is leaving Blizzard for good in April. Morhaime stepped down as president in October, but remained as a strategic advisor. So apparently he's like leaving for good in April. I don't think there's not much else to say about this.
No, I mean, there's lots of speculation. Like, okay, so was this planned? Like, was this the original plan? Was he going to step down, go to a strategic role for a period of time and leave? Or was it just supposed to be indefinite? Like he was going to go to a strategic role and stay for an indefinite amount of time. And he's now decided that, you know what? I'm actually out of here.
And
We don't know because there's been no comment either way about it. Like, was this the original plan? Was this a mutual decision? Was this Morhaime being like, you know, I've decided I just want to get out?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he going to go to another company and start like Blizzard 2.0 somewhere else? You know, there's a bunch of developers that have left Blizzard. Is he going to try to consolidate all of them and make his own company? I don't know. But it is sad to see him go because he was literally there from the beginning, before WoW. You know, the first the first Warcraft game, he was there. But yeah, so who knows what's going to happen with that? But I guess
it's interesting, especially because there's the whole air of, you know, oh, Blizzard's dying. You have CFOs leaving. You have them paying people to leave. You have developers leaving. And now you have Mike Morhaime, who had stepped down into the strategic role, now leaving the strategic role. And so he's completely cutting ties with the company after that.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going on with Blizzard? There's a lot of restructuring going on. and I think a lot of people are scared.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Helix says he needs to join Bethesda. They need help after Fallout 76. I don't know if he would go to Bethesda after that. Besides, they have Todd Howard, and they have their own. They have their own version of Mike Morhaime over there, still. So they're not in Blizzard's boat. But we'll see how it goes. It's sad, man. But everything comes to an end. It's just weird how it. It's just like the way it ended kind of sucked. You know what I mean? It sucks after all these years and all this success and all this nostalgia.
It's been a slow death, but it started, when they merged with Activision.
Yeah. All right, next piece of news. Oops, autonomous robot struck and killed by a self-driving Tesla in Las Vegas ahead of CES. Consumer Electronics.
Robot on robot crime.
Bro, look at this thing. Poor guy, man. He was just minding his own business. Then the self-driving car is like, there can only be one. There can only... Oh, shit. I just fast-forwarded it. Dude, it was...
Oh, God, there's video.
That wasn't that bad.
He just skimmed him. It even looks like the car tried to move out of the way.
He just barely bumped him a little bit. So
still, this is robot on robot violence. This can't be taken lightly, John.
Look at how cold that robot is of the Tesla. It just like
clearly intentional.
It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. I need to get my human to his destination. And look at this guy. Poor guy's gonna get hit by a different Tesla now. No, Mr. Robot, no. Look at him. He's like frustrated. Like, God damn it. It's dead.
Not again.
It's dead. Look at him. He's so upset. He's so mad. That's so funny. He's like hurt. What are you trying to do? CPR on it, dude? Like, relax, dude. It's a toaster. All right, but we all were worried about Skynet taking over our lives and killing us, but we weren't worried about Skynet killing itself. All right, stop it with the fucking.
Prepare for the robot race war.
It's gonna happen, dude. Which side are you on? Like I said, dude, robot on robot violence is a given when created by a self-destructive race. Yeah, fuck humans. Alright, let's move on. We have a lot of news. Twitch bans pro Smash Bros streamer for passing out drunk during stream. Because that's against their terms of service. And we can't have that.
Didn't they quote it as like self-harm or something?
Yeah, getting drunk and passing out is self-harm. Showing your titties, no big deal.
No big deal, especially since after she showed her titties and got banned and then the ban got cut short, she then got partnered.
Yeah.
So she got essentially a Twitch promotion for flashing her tits on stream.
What?
Because that's what you do.
That's just a coincidence.
Because that's what you do. That's how Twitch
They
functions.
were gonna partner her anyway, bro. Come on. The paperwork was there. They just had to take a look at it. That's all it was.
Also, this guy claims he didn't actually pass out. He was playing it up because he wanted to go off camera.
Yeah, here he says.
So he fell down and then scuttled off to talk to his wife or something.
For the record, I didn't pass out on stream. I jokingly fell over to be funny because I wanted to take a break, entertainment. Went downstairs to talk to my girlfriend and came back and ended my stream. Drank a lot, I know. So he knows he drank a lot, but he didn't actually pass out. He was just fucking around. And this is after the Mr. Deadmoth, the lifted ban, then reban. Girl shows her titties, not banned.
Twitch is a fucking mess, dude. Twitch is a fucking mess.
It's just so weird that they're hardcore on these things. It's like, hey, you can't do this, man. This is wrong. They take this moral high ground, and then other shit happens that's way more fucked up, like domestic violence and nudity, and they're just like, oh, slap on the wrist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or it really just depends on whether Twitch likes you or not. A dude forgets he's streaming and took his pants off, but he was in his in his boxers. No nudity, didn't show anything. He's permanently banned from the site. But they didn't like him because of other stuff from the past. So banned him forever because of that. Girl takes her top completely off on stream, shows her titties full bare. Banned for 3 days. Ban is cut short, then partnered.
Damn.
It's Twitch is a mess because they don't actually care about their own rules. they are trying to cultivate whatever they want, and they see hot girl titties out, they see money.
Yeah, that's it. And then, you know, she got popular because of her titties coming out and being banned, and then Twitch is like, "Hey, you're popular now. Congrats. Here, be a partner." So it's like, dude, she was a partner because of the fucking... Okay, never mind, dude. But yeah,
That's what
by the way,
that's all you gotta do, John. Show your tits on stream, become
by the
partner.
way, I don't know. I'm just taking a wild guess, but I think this guy's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm just going to take a little leap here and guess that he might be an Eagles fan. And I know some of you are in chat are like, "Oh, that's terrible. She showed her titties," but like, where can I see that? You know, like just to see.
But where?
But,
That's disgusting. Those websites that would re-upload that stuff, disgusting. But which ones, so that I can avoid
like
them?
I want to make sure I put it on my blacklist. You know, so
Guys, go to Reddit. Our
live stream fail.
stream fails or whatever the fuck that I can't remember what it's. I think it's stream fails, and search it. You find
That's
it. Go do it. They got a mirror.
All right, next piece of news. He deserved it. Blizzard quietly confirms another LGBTQ Overwatch hero. Why don't they just...
They left off the plus at the end there.
See, that's the thing when you do that whole LGBTQ, instead of just saying gay, which...
You know, you could just boil... If you're adding queer in at the end, just make it a Q community.
Yeah,
right?
Why not just have one letter for everything? It's getting too much, because if you don't add the plus, then everyone's like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm not important then." It's like, no, dude, I just didn't know that the plus was important. He gay.
But he gay.
Yeah, so...
He got... Soldier 76 has the big...
Yeah,
gay.
the guy that has a scruffy voice and talks like this likes the way the dick tastes.
God, John, Jesus.
Which is great, you know. That's all about... That's what...
Not that there's anything wrong with
No,
that.
in fact, I encourage him to have all kinds of gay sex.
I encourage all forms of dick
I
sex.
want to know who his boyfriend is. I want him to get married. I want all of it to happen. It's great. And you know what's the best part about this? How triggered people are. It's like, dude, it's a fucking fake character, dude. Who cares? His gun still shoots when you pick
I
him.
know, people are upset. People, there's nuance to the issues as well, because you can say, well, it's virtue signaling. Well, people are mad because they think it's virtue signaling. There's also people mad because they're homophobic. There's, people that maybe made the change because they really want representation. But you can never know the intent of the company like this. They've created a game where they wanted all the characters to be extremely diverse.
Yeah.
Like that was their goal in their
From
character
different
design,
countries, from different backgrounds.
different races, different genders, different species.
Yeah.
I mean, they wanted to have a very diverse cast. That was from the ground up the design direction of Overwatch. So it would make sense that they were also going to beef up representation of LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
And I don't know why anyone's shocked or upset by that.
Yeah, and then people are saying like, "Oh, this is, they're doing all this because of the Diablo Immortal and, stock prices going down. This is what they do." And it's like, dude, if you look at the background of it, there's a original photo of Soldier 76 with like a buddy of his. You thought it was his buddy, but it was actually his boyfriend the entire time.
Right.
So,
well, there's been several things like that where they've had these design choices for characters and their backstories that just haven't been released yet. So it's very possible that Soldier 76, as far as their internal lore goes, has always been gay. They just haven't gotten to that, portion of the lore getting out.
yeah.
So there's no say. It's not like they were just like, "Hey, something's going on. Make one of our characters gay."
Yeah, I don't think that's what happened. I don't think they were like, "All right, we need a brainstorm. Who can we make gay?" And they went down the list. Like, I guess Soldier 76 is the gayest looking one from all of them. I'll say for a gay guy, he's not very fashion forward. So maybe that's not his thing.
That's not his thing. What, you trying to shoehorn all gay people into one stereotype, John? There,
Obviously,
they're
they're all the same. So yeah, when he says "I got you in my sights," you better.
He's talking about
He's
that.
talking
dick.
about that ass. I got that ass down my sights. How about I really want him to have a skin where he's wearing short shorts, shirtless.
Well, they got.
I want a
Yeah,
full
like
gay
the-
outfit for him. Okay.
They're never gonna do that because then people are gonna be.
Why can't we
upset.
have fun, man? Like we can.
Because you can't have fun on the internet, John, because people get upset.
If dude, I live in LA. I've been to West Hollywood. I've seen how the gays are as a community. It's amazing, dude. They wear short shorts. They have whistles in their mouth. They make it, the streets are clean, because they don't litter because they're amazing at that. I want to see that culture. All right, I want to see him in short shorts. I want to see him saying "Yeah, slay, bitch." I want him to do stuff like that. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Mogger says, "I'm curious. I doubt it because it's still more controversial than just being gay, lesbian, bi. But Overwatch has a lot of popular trans streamers. I wonder if they'll have a trans hero."
100%.
Yeah, they should. Why not? Symmetra is looking kind of her jawline.
Well, Symmetra, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be stacking too many, because she's already autistic.
She's got. Oh, is she?
So are they gonna make her autistic and trans?
Wait a minute. I thought that was
Or
a
is that-
joke.
Or they're stacking too much? No.
she's really autistic.
lore. She is lore autistic.
I was gonna say her jawline is kind of, you could do it.
You
Dude,
know.
what if they just released the McCree skin where they made him like a woman? That would be cool. I would go straight for Symmetra. She is hot as fuck. I mean, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We all know what you guys put into Pornhub's search engine, all right?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. They could just decide that, or it could. Or, the thing is, though, people see it as now they're making it. They see it as like retroactive or something.
Yeah.
Most of the choices they're making, they've already internally made when they made the character, more than
Yeah.
likely. Okay, so it's not that they've just changed it. They're not changing anything. It's you just didn't know about it.
And it's okay to still like the hero even though he's gay, because who gives a fuck, dude? Who actually gives a fuck about the sexual orientation of a fictional character, dude?
Right. But then, see, that's the thing, is that people will turn it around and say, we'll use that argument, who gives a fuck, so why make him gay?
I mean, because that's their creative thing. They just want to be
That's
creative.
that's what they
Yeah.
decided, because that's why. And it's also okay to care about the representation of those kinds of people. And I'm going to say it, as straight white males, why should I give a shit that they made a character gay? If they want to do it to improve representation of people like themselves or people like minority groups, why not?
Yeah.
There's plenty of representation of straight white males in all forms of
Yep.
media. I don't give a shit. So why should I give a shit if they want to boost their representation a little
Yeah.
bit?
And
You know what I'm
and
saying?
who cares if it's shoehorned in sometimes? Who cares, dude? Maybe they just wanted to represent, an amount of people, whether it's for monetary gain or not. There's still like somebody out there.
Everything a company does is for monetary gain.
They're
Come
gonna
on.
exactly everything they do is for monetary gain. Even if it's not another LGBTQ character, if it's another straight white male character, they're hoping that it sells, that people will buy the skins and all that shit. So it doesn't matter whether they're gay or not. And if you're a young gay guy and you wish there was a hero out there that was gay as well,
It was like
that's cool, man. That's cool that you have that representation. At the end of the day, it's a fucking fictional character, and you could just forget about it. In your head, he's not gay, all right? You can still play Soldier 76, get people's booties down your sights, and, and do horrible at it. You suck at the game anyway, dude,
Yeah.
so shut up.
I mean, I was doing that before the podcast. I got on, played a little gay 76, and I
There you
mean,
go.
there was no difference.
But, yeah, I definitely want to see short shorts and full gay outfit.
I would buy that skin.
Everyone would.
Have you watched Archer?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you see the one episode where he tries to honeypot the gay man?
Yeah.
Where he's in the pink short. I want that
Yes.
on Soldier 76, like the skates and
I
everything.
want a new voice actor. I want him to say, "I'm here. I got you down my sides." I want him to do shit like that, dude. It's fun. Gay people are fun. All right? That whole thing is fun. It's like that Louis C.K. joke where he's like, when I laugh at a gay person doing that, it's just because it's funny. When they're like in their short shorts and they're like, "Yes," it's like, dude, how can you not laugh? That's funny.
Yeah.
For the record, I do not agree with Louis C.K. jerking off in front of people. All right.
Oh my god. Yeah. You got to put that disclaimer.
I
John.
have
Don't want
to.
anyone thinking. "Whoop."
All right. You know what? I like that he did that. All right. Fuck everyone.
Hey, listen up, Prince. You small-minded bigot. Gay people could grill
yeah.
too. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. God. You know what? Someone ban Prince.
How dare you ban Prince? Somebody
Someone-
ban Prince. Only you can.
Fuck.
ban him. Come on.
I love him too much, though. Damn it. Maybe I'm gay. All right, next piece of news. The Division 2. Dude, we're moving on quick. The Division 2 coming to Epic Games Store, skipping Steam. This is huge. This is
This is huge.
This is big. So a lot of people are excited for the Division 2 to come out because it's like the Division 1 didn't do well. Then 2's coming out and they're like I thought Ubisoft has its own launcher.
They do. It's called Uplay.
Okay.
Even like Steam like launches the game through
Yeah.
Uplay.
Launcher of a launcher of a launcher. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just basically a storefront.
Yes. So
If I recall it like I have like Recon through Steam and Uplay.
oh, okay.
But I only bought it once, so I don't remember how it exactly goes, but it's interesting with this choice. The money makes sense because they pay out more than Steam.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Division 2 was already on Steam store with like a release date.
I know. Isn't that weird?
So now it's gone, I guess. I haven't looked, but it should be gone.
Yeah.
And they're going to Epic. There's two interesting things about that. One, the money is obvious. You get the increased revenue from sales, and you get the exposure to all the 2-year-olds playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's kind of a win-win, especially with exposure and you wanting to boost your audience or whatever. Not a bad decision. But what's interesting is that Epic Game Store does not have user reviews.
It does. Oh, it doesn't.
There's no user reviews on the Epic Game Store.
Wow.
So you can't go before you purchase the game on Epic directly and see, oh, what did people say about this? Oh, because, and I guess there's possible decision making going on there too. Or do you want it to be on a storefront where you can't see user backlash for a game that didn't launch well, or because they did something bad? You don't see that, or you don't see the bad reviews pour in after they try to skip the review front, because you go to other sources, magazines, YouTube, reviews come out fast. Yeah. You want to be the first out with the review. You want the newest review, because that's when people are looking. When the game comes out, they want the review then. Well, what happens is companies delay things. They launch the game without shitty microtransactions, and then they launch them after the review period. Like, that's what they do. So that they avoid the microtransactions and their internal economy within the game being included in the review process. Well, you can't do that on Steam because the Steam user reviews are going to reflect that. If you do it, people are going to bomb it with bad reviews when you do your shitty thing.
Yeah, because they have recent reviews, they have overall reviews, and which I've seen people manipulate the rating of a game because of stuff like that. Like No Man's Sky overall reviews I think were terrible, like mostly negative, and then with their recent changes you see recent very positive, and then the average went back up. Right. So it tells you like, oh, when you go back to a game, like, oh, okay, they're actually doing good things now. The player base is happy.
So we see that it had a rough start, but now I'm looking at it, maybe this game is worth it now. I can see the reviews. So the opposite's basically going to happen with Epic Store and stuff. You won't know if it's bad.
Yeah.
According to other users who have also purchased it. You can't tell if they've added shitty microtransactions after, the big review period.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, it's the boy.
So, I don't know if that's going to be a selling point for Epic, but it's very possible that developers see that as a selling point for the Epic Store.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the Epic Store to do well, this kind of stuff needed to happen. big AAA companies needed to be like, oh, we want to be on that. And
Yep.
now Steam actually has, with Fortnite and the Division 2, they actually do have some competition now for being, the supplier of games or whatever the fuck you want to call. What is it called? Publisher? No.
It's a store.
Just
It's
a
literally
store,
a
right?
digital
Digital
storefront.
storefront.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
So that's it. I'm excited to see what this game's all about, but you're out of your fucking mind if you think I'm ever gonna pre-order the Division 2. Out of your mind.
Or any, especially Ubisoft
Yeah,
games.
but
stuff like that.
I'm just like, some people are like, well, but this one is the one that I would. No, it's not happening. I'm waiting, right? And I suggest you do too. Next piece of news. CAA signs Twitch streamer Dr. Disrespect exclusive. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. I don't know if you guys know anything about CAA.
Nope.
They are a casting agency that only works with top talent. Only works.
Top
like-
talent.
Anyone if you're signed by CAA, you've made it. Like, you're going to be working all the time. You're going to be doing interviews. You're going to be on podcasts. They have connections throughout the entire industry. And as far as I know, Ninja's not signed by something similar, but being added to CAA is a
It's probably a good
huge
thing,
thing.
because Ninja's awkward as fuck.
Yeah, he is awkward as fuck. But this is insane, dude. Like, if you thought he was rich and famous and popular now, you're gonna see him on Conan, you're gonna see him on podcasts. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So it's crazy, dude. Herschel Guy.
I wonder if Amazon had anything to do with that.
Oh, his real name is Herschel. Wow, I didn't. Herschel Guy Beam the Fourth.
Yeah,
No
but-
way, he's the fourth. Has more than 3 million followers on the Amazon-owned live streaming platform. I forgot that Amazon owns Twitch. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wonder if Amazon had anything to do with
Yeah,
this.
I mean, it has to. He's a big personality. So CAA will work with him on areas including television, motion pictures, touring, digital distribution, partnerships, endorsements, personal appearances, and publishing. I mean, anything that has to do with entertainment, dude. He's going to be on everything. So get ready for your non-video game friends to be like, have you seen that Dr. Disrespect guy? Just get ready for all that.
Just ready. Prepare your anus.
For one, I think this is awesome. I'm happy for him. Not that my opinion matters or anything, but I think this is a cool thing. When I saw it, I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. You know?
It's cool anytime, you start pushing in mainstream, coverage of stuff like this. And nobody should be critical of, success for someone that wanted to do stuff like this.
And especially he's made a cool character, and there's a reason why people like him.
He's done well for himself. People like it. People are always going to turn to his mistakes in the past and never forgive him, but those people are idiots.
I mean, it's just stupid to think that way anyway, because it doesn't matter what you think of him. He's still a multimillionaire, and he's still very successful, so you can talk all the shit you want, but his life is still better than yours.
Got him.
That's it. The next piece of news. So congrats to Herschel. Alien Blackout trailer currently at 9,000 dislikes versus 300 likes. Actually, let's see what the number is now.
Oof.
So
What's Alien Blackout? Is that the new Alien
it's
movie?
at 31.
Oh, it's a
wow,
mobile.
31.
It's a mobile
Dude,
game.
31,000 dislikes over to 900 likes. Holy shit.
Why? It's a mobile. So they launched an Alien mobile game. Why is everyone so mad?
Because this is the sequel to Alien Isolation, and it's a mobile game.
Oh, that's why people are mad.
It's a predecessor to Alien Isolation, and it's a reskin mobile game, just the same way by D3, which makes those kind of mobile games that are popular. But yeah, it's pretty much like this. It's a Diablo Immortal situation. So yeah, they're just trying to get that market. That's all it is. So people are upset about it.
I mean, I guess I could see the anger because it's like, oh, this is the sequel. Why is it on mobile? Why can't people just make a branch off game without making it a sequel?
I know. Well, obviously they made it a sequel just so that it could live off the success of the first game. Because Alien Isolation was like
but
the only good Alien.
You can make another new Alien game like it without it being a direct sequel.
Yeah.
But they want to cash in on that, but it's always going to cause backlash because you're moving a PC title and making the next installment of that title mobile. People aren't going to be happy.
Yeah, no, they're not going to be happy. So that's exactly what you see. 31,000 dislikes. People are not happy. I guess we could look at the mobile trailer. So it looks like Isolation. You know, it's that first-person camera, and you can't hear the audio, but it's like scary, like Isolation. So the idea is you're on your phone with your headphones and you're playing this game. Nobody wants any of this stuff. Nobody that played Isolation wants this.
The Chinese people do, and that, I mean, there's a market for it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why, you know, they're just trying to go off the success by making a sequel. Don't do that, and you don't piss off the people that made your franchise successful. How about, you know what I'm saying?
So don't you guys have phones? Fuck, man.
Don't you have fucking phones, you
You
plebs?
fucking assholes act like you don't have phones. All right? Let's go. Next piece of news. Yoshi is back. Set off together when Yoshi Crafted World launches March 29th for the Switch. Yet another reason for me to get a fucking Switch.
I really need to get one.
Oh my
What's the
god.
price right now? Let me look on Amazon.
I mean, if you guys just take a look at this thing, it just looks so cool. It's, if you guys grew up playing Yoshi's World or Yoshi's Story or any of that stuff, it should excite you because I loved Yoshi's Island growing up. And on Yoshi's,
I never played any of the like Yoshi tile games.
oh my god, it was so fun. It was fun because you could be different colored Yoshis. That's what made it fun. There was like black Yoshis too. Represent.
Yeah, Switch right now is $300, $299.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get it off QVC because you could do payment plans and shit. So we'll see.
Man, I'm tempted to buy one.
Dude, Smash, Mario Party, Yoshi. There's so many fucking good games.
Fortnite.
Oh well, obviously that's the only reason to get it. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. That looks like Sackboy. What the fuck's a Sackboy? All right, so
You know your sack, boy.
yeah. So I just want to show you guys that. I don't know if that tickles your pickle, but there you go. Next
Peaks your taste.
Next piece of news. Red Dead Online gets a bigger battle royale mode today. Hey,
Hey.
along with big changes coming soon to curb griefing. Oh yeah, because apparently in the online mode there was a lot of people just griefing. So
Well, duh. Does nobody remember Grand Theft Auto 5 online? People.
it's the Wild West too. Come on, man. Gun Rush.
Everything should be promoted.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the game. Gun Rush is a new 32-player fight for survival. So let's see here. So Red Dead Online, the online competitive multiplayer component of Red Dead Redemption 2, already had a game mode based on the Battle Royale genre known as Make It Count. But that take on Battle Royale was on a much smaller scale and focused less on foraging for weapons than it did on quiet survival. So it was like kind of Battle Royale, but more survival game than anything. But Gun Rush is a full Battle Royale oriented type of game. So I guess soon players will get a bounty for committing crimes and will incentivize them. And will be incentivized to pay them off within an allotted time. Wait too long and bounty hunters from each of the states will track the player, forcing them to either pay up or escape. That's another thing. So that's not another thing that's not the Battle Royale.
Right.
Let's see here. Changes to the parlay system are also en route. So yeah, I mean, the real news here is they're injecting more into Red Dead Online because PC release is around the corner, I think.
PC release is probably going to be around the corner, and you know they're going to be pumping out more of the microtransactions. I think the microtransactions that already exist are of course pretty predatory.
Yeah.
As it's small amounts for gold for large amounts of money.
Yeah, exactly.
As is tradition.
Exactly. So they're doing all this stuff, and it's going to happen soon. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really to say. Let's move on. This story is crazy, dude.
This.
So, former Gearbox lawyer accuses CEO Randy Pitchford of taking secret $12 million bonus in lawsuit Gearbox calls absurd. Okay, so Jason Schreier, shout out to you. I'll tell you guys exactly what happened with this story. Do you know this story? Did you read it?
A little bit. Read mostly about the USB flash drive.
Yeah, so apparently this is what the former lawyer of Gearbox leaves the company and decides to sue them, and part of his accusations are he took a $12 million bonus, and it was like a secret bonus that the CEO
Right,
did.
like more like funneling money.
Yeah, so the CEO extorted $12 million and put it in his own bank account. That's what the lawyer's saying.
Right. I think that there's been stories about the CEO doing lots of stuff though. I mean, using the company to pay for his house and other stuff.
Yeah,
like that as well.
actually, he's from the stories that I've read on the CEO. If the rhetoric is true, he's kind of a piece of shit. So he's unlikable already.
Rich millionaire is a giant piece of shit. Who knew?
Exactly. But the story here is that is underneath all this. There was a apparent flash drive with company secrets on it, and the lawyer is saying on that flash drive was also underage porn. Okay? And the way this flash drive was found was the CEO accidentally left it at medieval times. We're getting convoluted.
It's just such an amalgamation of what is going on. Is this real?
So he left it he accidentally left it at medieval times for whatever reason when he was there. And
Hey man, he was just having fun, eating, drinking some mead, eating a giant turkey leg with his flash drive for some reason on him
with porn on it.
left.
So the flash drive allegedly had underage porn on it and company secrets for upcoming games. So obviously an employee there was like, "Oh, look, a flash drive. What's the first thing you do with that is you fucking stick it in a computer, So that's what he did.
I think it was a kid.
Yeah, a kid found it. But it was an employee. That's what they said. It was a young employee of medieval times. So he found it, put it in his computer.
Kid, useless.
And allegedly there was supposed to be, underage porn on it and company secrets. And the CEO, Randy Pitchford, was heard on another podcast, a magic podcast.
Yes, this is
for
fantastic.
magicians, real magic stuff. And he was talking about how he has these videos of girls squirting.
It was only the one video.
Yeah.
It was the one video, and it was a cam girl that's on a cam site known as Twitch. Just kidding. But so the allegations that it's underage porn are pretty empty.
Well, the only reason he says that is because the girls thing was barely legal, only 18 was her tag.
Right. It's such a stupid,
Yeah.
idiotic thing to allege.
Yeah, exactly. But it does spark a what? Oh my god, he has underage porn. You know what I mean? This guy that we think is a piece of shit watches underage porn. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, this girl could be. She's young. She's only 18. Oh, so now you're gonna allege that he's got child.
So on the podcast, he was saying how he has that video and it's on his flash drive. And he didn't say it was on the flash drive that has a company's secrets. He just said it's on a flash drive. So people are putting it together and saying oh, that was the flash drive that he was talking about. So it had company secrets and porn on it, which, by the way, it's Gearbox. They've always been edgy with their jokes and stuff like that in all their Borderlands games. And so it's not a family company, you know what I mean?
Right. This shouldn't be scandalous.
Yeah, it's not that. And he's, so he's an adult.
The scandalous part is that he left around a flash drive with company information that should be privy internally only.
So what this sounds like is this lawyer is just trying to smear his reputation, and use that against them in this lawsuit that they have, which they think is frivolous. But there is an update to this, I guess. This story's been updated with we've updated to. Okay, so Gearbox denies everything.
Yeah.
They deny all the flash drive exists. They deny any of that stuff.
Oh God, that's risky because Randy said it
Yeah.
did.
That's the thing. The CEO said
It's
it does
interesting too
exist.
because on that podcast he was claiming he had the video to try to figure out the magic trick
Yeah. So
of her simulated female
Yeah, so there was a Magic podcast, and he's like, "Oh, I know Magic. I've seen some Magic here of this girl squirting or whatever you want to call it." And he's like, "That's Magic. I want to try to figure that out." And that's like the joke that he made. And the lawyer's trying to put it together and say like, "Oh, he has underage porn." I don't know. It's real. It's like, hey man, if I had a nickel every time I left my flash drive with company secrets and cam girl porn on it at medieval times, I'd be a rich guy, you know what I mean? Who hasn't left it at medieval times before? Just so fucking weird, dude. So weird. But yeah.
I just want to know why he had, like, because I'm sorry, but I don't carry flash drives around in my pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have a work bag that has my laptop and everything that I need in it. That's where my flash drives go.
Yeah.
That bag doesn't come into medieval times with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why is it loosely in his pocket that it's fallen out? Like, that's absurd on his part in general.
Yeah, did he like put it on the table because he's like, I have too much shit in my pockets? Like, I don't know.
Oh, here's my flash drive. Why is your flash
With
drive out
company
on the table?
secrets, just put it out here, you know, it's all good.
It's so weird, dude.
Yeah, it's very weird. But yeah, if you guys didn't think video game news was weird enough, here you go. All right, next piece of news. Riot Games accidentally sells League skins for free. League of Legends skins for free. Furious whales on League of Legends official subreddit demand that other people's skins be deleted. I am deleting this game if they don't revert this. So yeah.
I want the in-game name Furious Whale.
Yeah, that is a good fucking name. So apparently Riot Games accidentally gave away a bunch of skins, you know, for one essence each.
There was a very small window of time, like minutes, I believe, in which capsules, which are their loot boxes, were for sale for one blue essence. So people were buying thousands.
Which is crazy because blue essence is the free income currency that you could get. Like if you finish a game, you get like 100 something. So if it's for one blue essence, that means you could buy 100 skins after one game. Obviously a mistake. So the story here is all these people that have spent thousands of dollars on skins, and they feel they're so fucking mad. They're like, you have to delete it off their accounts. You have to revert the changes.
People are saying that these people should be banned.
Yeah. And Riot's like, no, we're not. It was our mistake. Like, whatever.
They didn't. They refused to.
Minute window, dude. Few minutes.
People are saying like, oh, well, now my skins are worthless because some people got some free skins. And I'm like, first of all, your skin was worthless to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay. You bought a virtual, and this is coming from someone who does this. I spend money on skins. Okay. I spend a lot of money on HOTS on skins. I'm probably going to do the same for League. Okay. So you paid money for virtual dresses that are worthless.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. They are not worth anything. You got it because you wanted to look better in the game or you like the look. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're a moron for thinking that it was an investment or had value or that someone else having it diminishes the value. There's an unlimited amount of skins. They're not a restricted commodity. Okay?
It's crazy. Like, look at this guy. I've spent over $2,000 in League since I started in Season 5. RIP, I guess. Feels bad, man. 900 over 5 years myself. Another's like, man, what the fuck? I spent thousands of dollars. Big regret, by the way. And now
big regret.
Yeah, and now some jackass is just making off with all this free loot. I agree, OP. Revert this. So
you're just making off with. Look at this fucker. Just he made off with all this.
Yeah, this piece of shit. You know, accuse anyone who disagrees with you of being a filthy bug exploiter who stole skins from you.
Yep, because it's so now.
Oh, so they're saying it's bug exploiting. Whales. Ban them. Oh my god.
Right. So the Furious Whales are like. It's bug exploiting, and anyone who disagrees with what these angry little cards are saying about how they feel cheated, their skins are worthless now, that, you know, anybody that disagrees with their stance are bug exploiters who did it as well.
That's funny, dude.
Insane. The amount of people that this happened to is small comparatively to the people that buy skins anyway.
That's the same as like being upset about buying a game and then like a month later it goes on sale. Yeah, you're like, it's like, dude, that just That's how it goes. I do know somebody that bought Destiny 2 the day before it went out for
Oh,
free.
no.
Dude. The day before.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude.
That sucks. But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. So fucking stupid.
So that's it. So yeah, anybody who got skins for 1 blue essence, you're fucking lucky. Riot's not gonna revert it, but you're gonna have a bunch of
Dude, if I had
neckbeards.
done that, I would have had 1,300 capsules to open up. I would have been golden.
I feel like Riot, they could just like give people capsules and stuff like that, like the ones that spent money. You know what I mean?
They don't need to do anything.
They don't.
I'm sorry. Okay, they
No,
don't.
They don't.
The people that are upset by this are dumb. Yeah, it's a stupid glitch that happened. A couple, some people got some free stuff for
Yeah.
it. Who really cares? The only people that lost out on this because of this is
Yeah,
Riot.
exactly.
Because those people didn't spend money. Like, that's
But
it.
guess what?
You didn't lose out on anything. Your skin isn't worth less. Okay? It already wasn't really
It
worth
wasn't
anything.
worth anything.
Other than the value you put
Yeah.
on it. Like, it's dumb shit.
This guy's thing of 900 over 5 years myself. I have a thing about collecting cosmetics for characters I like as a sort of completionist. And this really does just make me super sour and not want to spend anymore. Yeah, fucking right.
Super sour.
Yeah, fucking right, dude. You spent $2,000 on skins and you say you're completionist and you're like, well, now I'm not going to do that anymore. Yeah, right, bitch.
Yeah, you're gonna be mad for a day, and then you're gonna go look at the riots, or go, "Oh, that's pretty," and you're gonna fucking buy it.
I would love to see this guy's account and see how many skins he bought over the last 2 days. So anyway, next piece of news. Let's move on. With almost $2.5 million raised this year at AGDQ, awesome games done quick. That's what it is, right? Awesome games done quick.
Something like that.
Speedrunners in the gaming community as a whole now raised nearly $20 million in total for charity to fight against cancer since the first event started. Gamers are good. This is from Slasher Rod Breslew on Twitter. Yeah, man, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Just some good news for a change,
Dude.
John. You getting soft on me?
Don't worry, we have some more that has to do with AGDQ.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is good. It's good to take time to look at the good stuff that's happened in the community, because I mean, people do good stuff in the community all the time that the media refuses to talk about because it's not controversy. They want to stuff like including PewDiePie. He raised like 200 something thousand for Cry in India, which helps with child labor there.
Yeah.
But all the media want to talk about is that he's racist against Asians because of the
He's a
T-Series.
Nazi.
meme.
I mean, obviously. I saw him in
Right.
the uniform.
So, I mean, it's the same. Right. But they do the same thing with this revolving around games about anything. Nobody's going to talk about this. Nobody's going to talk about how good
AGDQ is.
You say the
Yeah.
acronym. Thank you. Nobody's going to talk about, how much they've raised over the years. This has been a huge year as well, because it's been going on for years. And this is probably one of the highest they've made, 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's...
I don't know what the previous numbers are, but that's a big
Dude,
number.
20 million over all the time that they've done it is insane, dude. That's a lot of fucking money for charity.
Yeah.
And
It's good to be proud of.
yeah, it's great that they get a bunch of autistic people together to play video games and
Okay, let's throw a bunch of autistic people in a room and just let them go at it, and we're throwing money at them.
dude,
for
the
charity.
speed run people are fucking weirdos, dude. I don't care what anybody
Oh my
says. Like
God.
what they did is amazing, dude. And what they do is insane. Like yesterday, wife was like, "Hey, why don't you put on a blindfold and play games?" And I was like, "Dude, not only has it been done, it's been done like way better than I could
Yeah.
ever do." But she didn't know, so it's all good. But like
Right.
these are those people. Have you seen that clip of that guy doing the Final Fantasy IX menu?
No, dude, I can't watch these
It,
because it just blows my mind
there's
on multiple levels. It's like, first, being able to do
Yeah.
it, and two, why did you do it a million times to be able to do it that
Yeah.
way? You know what
Oh
I
no,
mean?
this is autism on another level, dude. This is where, let's see here. I'm trying to find it. Menu blindfolded. So there's a part of, okay, this guy blindfolded has to it's Final Fantasy 9. At this portion of the game, he has to like buy and sell shit and has to do it really fast and equip items to like people in his party all at the same time. So he's buying, he's selling, and he's equipping materia and items to all the people in his party, the characters in his party, and he's doing it blindfolded. I mean, this is autism on its highest scale, dude. So let's see if you can see this. You can see like he's lightning fast right now. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit. Look at all the shit he's doing blindfolded, dude. There's some of them he's selecting, some of them he's not selecting, he's skipping some. He knows exactly where to go. And just this goes on. He's blindfolded the entire time. It's ridiculous. Don't tell me this isn't autism, dude.
Yes, got
Dude,
it.
this has to be autism, dude. That's the only powerful way to do any of this stuff. Like,
Maybe just rename AGDQ to Autism Plays.
and here he goes equipping the materia, optimize, boom, 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 and here we go, magic here, magic there, bird. He made a mistake back there. I read on it, and he like corrected it blindfolded.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, I want to kill myself. Game end me.
And everybody cheers. So
That's insane.
insane, dude.
I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah. So those are the kind of people. But it is awesome what they do. There was another story with, is it in here? No, there's two other stories with AGDQ. One of them is where the people sitting down, they were playing a game, and they just went straight into Nazi talk, like talking about the final solution and like how
Wait,
the
what?
Jews run Hollywood. Like, it's, I swear to God, that kind of shit here. AGDQ.
Dude, what the
2019 Nazi final solution. Like, you know, they're like, you know,
fuck? You're on a list, John.
all right, I know. Now I'm on fucking it's not here. Is it this one? Shitty title. I can't find it exactly. To be clear, the statements read are unacceptable. They do meet our criteria for action. We were able to confirm the authenticity of the screenshots received. Okay, so these were not while they were on the couch. Okay, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. So these are people that do speed running, and after the speed running shit was over, people are like, "Hey, you have these guys on your couch doing these speed runs, but look what they're saying on Twitter." And they're full Nazi talk on Twitter, like full on, like, you know, neo-Nazi shit. So
Right, but is it legitimate neo-Nazi shit, or is it PewDiePie's a Nazi shit? You know what I'm saying? I can never trust anything like this because people will blow anything out of proportion. It's if you even associate with someone that's ever said anything controversial, you're a Nazi.
yeah,
If you've ever made a joke about anything, or you know, parentheses them, you know, you're a Nazi. You know, it's just like there is no room for error on anything. You made a joke, you're a Nazi. You ever discussed anything, you're a Nazi. Like,
well,
you can't even say the word Nazi without being called Nazi.
from what I read, the things they were saying were stuff like trying to talk about how like the final solution was correct and how Jews run Hollywood and like that whole rhetoric. They were like they were saying the point of view of the Nazi. Like they were saying, you know, why it's true and stuff like that. It's hard. I mean, you got to look into it. And in my mind, when I saw stuff like that, I was like, it's AGDQ, dude. You got weirdos. They're fucking weirdos.
You got weird. Yeah, and maybe it was that. I just have to question: were these jokes? You know what I mean?
Then there's
Because I have to question that now because there's been so many times where the media and other people have gone after people that don't deserve it.
the label
You know, like
Nazi
people-
doesn't mean anything anymore because it's like we don't know if it's real or if it's just them smearing somebody. You know what I mean?
Right. You just never know anymore.
Here's another story. A game done quick. AGDQ speedrunner says he's been indefinitely banned due to a sexual harassment claim. So
This is a weird story.
since then he has made his Twitter private. So I don't know if something happened, but his name is Chad CDGEXE. So the story is him and another fellow Zelda runner, Mari, a female, decided that they would go together to AGDQ. He said, "Hey, I need I'm going alone. My friend's not coming with me, so I have room in my hotel room if you want to come. And like, we don't have to do anything. We can just hang out, and you can just like stay in my room, but we don't have to do anything. And she started saying, I've seen the Discord conversation. I don't know why it's.
Did you? Okay, that's
Yeah.
because he posted those on Twitter to show the nature of this setup is very strange. Because here's how it goes: the nature of this setup is that, and like I said, he's a weirdo, but that doesn't mean it's
AGDQ.
bad. He's got AGDQ. For some reason, he prefers to he has issues sleeping unless he's sleeping with someone.
Yeah.
And then I'm not talking about sex. I mean, like sleeping, unless he's sleeping with someone. The entire thing was that he asked her to come and he would pay because I guess his friend wasn't going to be there to sleep in the same bed as him so that he could sleep. So he was willing to help her fly out if she was willing to share the bed.
So he said that
Cuddle was mentioned, and she was very sexual about it in their messages.
Yeah, so I found it here. It's on Google Image. See, he made his Twitter private, so I guess he was tired of all the people talking to him. But he's like, I have insomnia. I need someone to stay in the room with me and cuddle with me because it helps me sleep. It's already weird as fuck. Okay,
it's weird, and there's no denying that, but it's not wrong.
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
he laid it out.
The premise of it is not wrong. So she agreed to it.
Yeah, so here's their Discord conversation. She said, yes, I should probably ask about the cuddles, actually. I have a specific set of rules when I just hook up or just cuddle or both. So I just want to ask before we get there. Are we just going to cuddle, or are you DTF, down to fuck, or anything like that? I don't want to catch feelings. I don't want to date or anything. I don't really like holding hands. I usually don't like mixing cuddling and sex. Just to make sure there's no feelings with anyone, but I just want to make sure that's okay with you. That it's just going to be physical. So pretty much,
right. So she was even saying, basically by her, what verbiage she used in asking if he's DTF, she was saying that she's DTF if that was what he's talking about as well.
She's like,
but she's just saying it's purely physical if something.
Yeah, she's like, if we're gonna fuck, we're not cuddling. If we're not gonna fuck, we're cuddling.
We're kind of which is strange. Again, strange people.
AGDQ.
So it's a really weird situation overall. I guess they were in the room and there was a little petting, but nothing serious. And she exposed her breast or whatever.
She put allegedly, we cuddled one night, slight escalation, we stopped and separated the next day. So allegedly it's not here because he got rid of all of it, but
well, it's his tweets are there. He
privated it, but he said from what I read that she put his hand on her breast while they were cuddling, which I kind of think I believe that story because it's like if a bitch is like, we're not having sex, you're probably having sex.
Who are you? Who do you even choose to believe in any sort of situation like that? He said, she said.
Exactly.
There's some truth somewhere in the middle, and so it happened. She eventually was like, okay, that's as far as we're going to go. And that's as far as they went. So really no harm, no foul so far, right?
Yeah.
Well, of course, there's no obligation to, for her to hang out with him or whatever. But after that night, she decides or whatever that she's not going to continue with the agreement.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that, she decides she's not going to continue with the agreement, so he's not going to continue with his side of the agreement either, and he doesn't pay for her flight back. So after that happens is when she decides to claim that it was sexual harassment.
Yeah. So he was banned indefinitely.
Which throws up red flags for me, because it was like she decided she didn't want to stay in the bed with him anymore. That's fine. That's her prerogative. He decided he wasn't going to pay for her trip back because she floundered on their agreement. It's a weird agreement. Don't know how I feel about it, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Agreements were broken. I don't, there's moral issues going on with, agreements like that, whether, about, coercion and stuff like that, but whatever. He said, well, if you don't keep your agreement, I'm not going to keep mine. So he's not going to pay for her flight back. So then she goes and claims that there was sexual harassment.
It's like
So-
girls that sleep with somebody and then they regret sleeping with them and they claim it was not consensual and the guy raped them, even though it was consensual at the time, and you just you have regret over it for whatever reason. Maybe he didn't want to date her, or after that he just wanted like a one time, whatever it is. It can be anything, and she's just spinning this rhetoric that like, oh yeah, he sexually harassed me. You know what I mean?
Right. And there's arguments that could be made both ways about it, especially once you involve the flight back and everything like that. But even though it's a weird agreement, she entered into the agreement, and no, she shouldn't be forced to have to go cuddle with him or whatever. But that doesn't mean she's also obligated to what his side of the agreement. And it also doesn't mean that he's harassing her. You know what I mean? It's this weird issue where it's not a fantastic situation, but it's also not like, well, who's in the wrong? There's not necessarily any bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, except for that now she's claiming sexual harassment in order to get back at him. Like, that's how I feel the situation has gone. It's just bad all around, and a weird situation. And a weird situation like that is bound to have a bad situation.
It's hard to believe her, but it's also hard to believe him, because he's like, I can't sleep unless there's someone cuddling with me.
It's
weird
like,
thing.
Dude,
Really?
Maybe he's right. Maybe he's not. Maybe he uses it to try to get people.
That's what I'm
instead.
saying.
Who
Who
knows?
knows?
But whatever happened, it seems as if maybe she thought this cuddling was getting too sexual for her, so she didn't want to go back. But he stopped when she said, no further.
Yeah.
So there's no harm, no foul, in my opinion there. So if she's just decided that she doesn't want to anymore for whatever reason, that's still her decision. But it's just fucking weird.
Yeah,
dude.
it is really weird. It's so weird because he's like, I just want to cuddle, and she's like, okay, but if we have sex, then we can't cuddle. And it's like, but wait,
That's the weirdest thing too. There is something wrong with both of these people.
I have rules about cuddling. Like, what? What do you-
I don't like to mix sex and cuddling, okay? This is like the weird mental gymnastics that people go through about, like, emotions and sexual contact and stuff like that just blow my
Yeah.
mind, that I'm just like, you're just making stuff up to justify whatever actions you want. You don't have to justify your actions.
It's also
okay.
Yeah,
Just be okay with what you're doing and stop trying to do mental gymnastics. If you want to go fuck some people and not have emotional attachments,
I know,
do it,
man.
but don't try to make these weird rules that justify it in your head. You don't have to justify
I know,
it in your
man.
head.
It's so weird,
Don't.
dude.
No, you shouldn't care. Okay, like, it's so weird. I can have sex, but I can't cuddle because cuddle's more intimate, or that's so
I
weird
know.
stuff like that. It's just
But hey, that's what happens when you're a fucking speedrunner, okay?
AGDQ.
You're
weird
just
people.
fucking
You know what
weird,
I'm saying?
dude. Anybody who can blindfold themselves and know how to do that Final Fantasy IX menu like that, you give up something else in life for that power.
You do give up something, and that's
Yeah.
fine too. You do what you want to do, but it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. It's like, it's just straight autism is what it is. Like,
It's straight
even-
out. There's not that there's anything wrong with that.
only an
Like-
autistic person would be like, I have rules about cuddling. If
I don't have sex and cuddle, and I don't cuddle and
on
have
the
sex.
fourth moon of the third month, if we have sex, then on the eighth moon of the ninth month, we have to cuddle. That's another one of my rules, okay?
Right. The cuddling got too sexual, so I had to cut it off.
I had to, and then,
If we were just fucking without the cuddling, it would have been fine. But the cuddling was too sexual,
Yeah.
so none
Yeah.
of that.
it's just so fucking weird. But anyway, I guess he got a lot of backlash from it. He made his shit private by the time.
Of course, he did, because everyone's gonna go run and defend
Yeah,
her.
of course. You're just a fucking rapist. So, yeah, weirdos all around. All right. Last piece of news. There was a little article about Tesla doing like a haptic dick sleeve. But
Whoa,
it's not a
you've piqued my
okay,
interest.
it's not a haptic dick sleeve. It's just
I'm not
it's
interested
like
anymore.
60 point
Haptic butt plug?
No, I know. It's not what you think, but it might lead to a haptic dick sleeve. It was like a 64-point haptic configuration on your body so you can feel things from 64 different parts. We're hoping one of the 64 is the dick, but we don't know yet. We don't know. It was an article about it. We'll see.
Yes, I did hear about that. 64 is not enough points of input, but we're getting
I
there,
need
boys.
64 just on my dick, okay?
Just on my dick, and that number is still low.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Maybe with technology we'll get there soon, but we'll see.
It will. I mean, we went from giant rooms being the processor to microprocessors.
Yeah, and think
okay?
about it. This
So
AGDQ guy will never need another cuddle buddy. He'll just wear his haptic dick sleeve suit.
just get an anime pillow like all the
I
other
know,
normal
man.
people.
That's what they do. And you can get whatever
That's what they
waifu
do.
you want. Get 2 of them. Go buck wild. Get 2.
Yeah.
All right, next piece of news. Fortnite developer Epic Games has been given an F rating by the Better Business Bureau. Let me tell you guys something
Why?
about the Better Business Bureau, though. Apparently, what I've read before from them is you literally can just pay them for an A.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's so there's shady shit with all that kind of stuff.
Blue Laser, do they make small dick sleeves asking for a friend?
I'm sure they will make haptic dick sleeves of all
Listen,
sizes.
bud, I'll cut mine in half for you. Epic Games, known for developing the highly popular Fortnite, receives an F. The rating might not be an accurate reflection of Epic's customer service. Yeah, so the BBB allegedly granted the rating due to unanswered customer complaints, stating that 279 complaints have been filed against the business and 247 gone without a response. And let's see, most complaints have to do with customer
but the way
service.
the way they trace all that stuff is so stupid. It's like got to be through their website and
Yeah.
stuff.
So the thing about it is, from what I've read, the Better Business Bureau is just you literally just give them money and they give you an A.
Yeah, and it's stuff like, okay, well, these are complaints. None that doesn't mean they're valid.
So if you don't give them money, they give you an F. That's what I've heard. And it's literally that simple. Like you can literally, and it's not even that much money. So it might just be a principle thing. It's like Yelp. There's this whole thing about Yelp where they're extorting businesses. You'll start a business. They'll tell you, hey, you're on Yelp. We've made a Yelp
Right.
profile for you. You can claim the business, but you have to pay us so and so a month. And if you do pay us, we'll make sure that the good reviews are on top.
Right, you can curate
Exactly.
it,
You can
essentially.
curate the reviews. Good reviews on top, bad reviews on bottom. We might even get rid of some of the bad reviews. We might even add fake good reviews for you and, bump up your Yelp rating. So a lot of businesses are like, there's not either like you can
It's worth
Yeah.
it because it improves your social profile.
exactly. It's worth it just because it's Yelp. So Yelp knows that. They're like, we have this power over you. And the Better Business Bureau is just another form of it, from what I understand. So maybe Epic Games is like, fuck you, people are playing our game whether we get an F or not.
They shouldn't give a
No.
shit about BBB.
Exactly. They're already making their millions. It doesn't matter. People will still play their game. People will still complain, and nothing will happen. It does suck if they don't get any refunds, but 279 complaints out of millions of players, that's like a fucking drop of water in an ocean, dude. It's
Yeah,
insane. So, I don't know. Let's see. It's important to note, however, that Epic Games is not BBB accredited, meaning Epic Games has not paid the BBB an accreditation
go.
fee. A private
There
organization,
you
the BBB, has been accused in the past of selling good ratings to companies who pay for accreditation. That's it.
of course.
They're just like, fuck you, we're not going to give you anything.
That's how it works. I mean, that's why nobody really gives a shit about BBB anymore.
Yeah.
Like once you become that entity, you then like you build yourself as like a trusted, rating system. And then you're like, now I have power, now I can exploit this. And then once the word gets out that you're exploiting it, you lose your power essentially. So
Yeah, exactly. And right here it says, reported in a 2020 segment about the BBB in 2010, LA business owners allegedly paid $425 to the BBB for accreditation and received an A grade for a non-existent company reportedly named after a terrorist group. So they
Nice.
baited them. They named themselves after a terrorist group.
outsmarted and
Yeah.
baited.
And now they're like, oh, we changed our policy. We no longer do that. Yeah, right. And an Epic spokesperson said it has addressed complaints on its BBB page, though the company simply did so through its own communication channels.
See, that's what I'm saying. You have to like this is how retarded all
Yeah.
of it is. Like the BBB is nothing. They're useless. They're a dead organization.
But, it makes a good headline. So that's it.
It does make a good headline.
All right, that's it, guys. Wow, 2 hours.
We made
2
it.
hours, bod.
We made it, boys. Was it 2
Yeah.
hours? Oh my god, 1 minute, 1 hour, 59 minutes, 16
I know
seconds.
we're almost there, dude. Ah, man.
Ooh.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the podcast and the stream. We've just been seeing nonstop success, a rise in viewership, a rise in downloads. If you guys can, make sure you go to our YouTube, the Point and Click Podcast, where I will be uploading this VOD. I will try to figure out what the audio issue is. I don't know why it's out of sync. But yeah.
We'll recruit some guys from Discord and we'll do like some test
Yeah,
streams
we'll
or
see
something,
something.
I think, is what we
I have to figure it out because I have seen it before, but then it would fix itself. So I don't know. I don't know why you're on a delay because on my OBS you're fine, but when the recording comes out,
It could just be Twitch.
it could be Twitch. Maybe. You know what? I think from now on I'm just gonna record instead of uploading the VOD. I'm just gonna record straight
Yeah,
up.
you could do that. You can do both at a time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Other than that, yeah, make sure you go to Point and Click Podcast on YouTube and you subscribe. You like our videos. I'm gonna try to do some more highlight videos for stuff that we talk about. My stream has begun. It's now an evening stream. Whoops. It's now an evening stream starting around 3 p.m. Maybe around that time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, gonna try to stream every day. What game am I playing currently? League of Legends, because Czar forced me to install it by putting a gun to my head and a dick in my mouth. I had no choice. So
As is usual.
will I be playing League of Legends all the time? Fuck no. I'll play whatever the fuck I want that makes me happy, and you guys are gonna have to suck it if you don't like it. If you do like it, then hey man, thank you. I appreciate it. But anything for you, Czar? Any stream?
No, not shit. Still too much going on. I gotta fix this fucking house.
Yeah,
dude.
fix your house, fix your everything, and then I'll come over and cuddle you, but we can't have sex.
No sex. Unless you want to have sex, but then there's no
Okay.
cuddling.
Hold on, let me write that down. But I'll be there.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
No hand. I can't hold hands.
No
either.
hands?
No hand.
Okay,
holding.
I understand. That's how it goes. And, ooh, Poland in chat. What's up, player? Hope you guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for the articles and everything. We love you. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Czar Salesman.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
There's just a couple of good guys. Virtue signaling their life away.
It smells like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. There's just a couple of good guys. Virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh,